My disrespectful girlfriend refused to apologize for ruining my birthday and calling my mother unique, so I gave her a breakup note. I've been with my current girlfriend for almost 3 years, and we pretty much get along for most things except when it comes to my mother. My mother is mentally slow and had me at 13, her being physically and emotionally younger made her a fun mom, just not very responsible. In any case, this is one of the main reasons my girlfriend feels uncomfortable around my mom because she says she has no manners and can be rude, both of which can be true at times, but my mom doesn't do things intentionally, it's just how she was raised, and it's hard to teach her new things. The second reason is that I spend a lot of money for my mom to live in an expensive facility/community so she can be independent but still have some help. She thinks it's a waste of money, especially since she wants to be able to buy a big house in the future, and I refuse to pay her medical insurance despite having the money, which she brings up a lot in arguments. She's not my wife, so I don't want to commit to something like that yet since I'm not sure how that would work if she ever decided to end the relationship or if it increased to something I'd rather not pay. I won't lie, I love my girlfriend, but she's not my wife, therefore, not a priority, and I've tried proposing twice and been turned down each time. This year, she decided to make me a cake for my birthday. I was happy because she's a great baker and even better at decorating, so I asked for a chocolate sheet cake with canned frosting and rainbow sprinkles. She said it was fine but kept suggesting I have something special and less cheap this year, but I told her I was sure that's what I wanted, no presents and no people over. When I woke up the morning of my birthday, she had me eat breakfast in the living room because the dining room and kitchen were a mess and got me up and out of the house after lunch, telling me it still wasn't ready, and I couldn't see it because she also had a really small surprise as well. I came back an hour later as she'd asked, and when I opened the door to pretty much everyone we knew and even didn't know well, except my mom, leapt out and with those blow things. I tried to act happy but honestly, I didn't want anyone there at all. If it had just been our families, maybe it would have been nice, but I was secretly annoyed. Then when I saw the cake, it wasn't anything like what I asked for. It was 3 round lemon creme cakes, the naked fancy kind with flowers and berries. It looked incredible, and I could tell it must have taken ages, but it's not what I wanted, and I'm pretty neutral about lemon desserts. Everyone brought gifts, and I tried to pretend that I liked them, and I did, but at the moment, I just didn't feel like opening and reacting to gifts, so I felt like my reactions were underwhelming. Then when it was time to cut the cake, she gave me a big piece and I didn't even finish half of it. I wasn't in the mood. I just lied, and said I was too full from eating all of her favorite foods. Finally, my mom came just after everyone finished and according to my girlfriend, she accidentally told her the wrong time. She brought me a single cupcake just how I like it, as a gift because she couldn't make the cake this year. I was happy and I couldn't hide it. My girlfriend noticed and kind of gave my mom the stink eye, which is fine as long as she wasn't being rude, but then she took it a step further and just outright made a bad joke about how the cupcake was unique like my mom, and a few people even laughed. Fast forward to later, I'm eating my cupcake in bed, hoping to end the day on a good note. I didn't complain at all outside of that one comment because I didn't want to seem too ungrateful, but then says under her breath that of course, I'd rather eat something that looks like a toddler made it than actual quality. That was the last straw for me. We got into a heated argument, so I ended up sleeping on the couch on my own birthday. The next morning, I made it clear that I wasn't going to eat any of her desserts until she apologized. It's been 3 days since she told everyone that I hated the party, and now everyone is calling me ungrateful, plus her family found out I don't pay her insurance, and right now things are on and off tense and not tense between us. Update: my girlfriend rejected my marriage proposal twice because it sounds really bad to people who don't understand what it's like to live with someone disabled. I love my mother dearly, but, in all honesty, I would not want to have children like her, and that's the reason she thinks I might pass on bad genes. I'd like to try to have at least one child anyway because I don't have any disabilities, so I'm hoping my child would be healthy as well. But I don't think not wanting to adopt or take a chance is a bad reason to reject someone. In any case, I decided to take the coward's way out and leave for work excessively early to avoid her, and I put a breakup note in her lunch bag. I'm expecting to feel awful later, so I think I'll update again when I'm not sad, which takes me a while. Actual update: she read the note and wasn't mad. She just said she wanted to talk things over, but when I got there, she was pretty mad because, apparently, her coworker saw the note and how pathetic leaving a note is. The rest is just a blur. We got into a physical fight, which we've gotten into before but never this bad, and I ended up breaking my forearm. She was throwing things as she was walking away, and I was crying, so I slipped. Then the ride to the ER was probably the worst I've felt in my life. I was still crying while they were trying to ask me questions, and then they either gave me something or I passed out. Either way, when I woke up she apologized, but I could tell she was still a little mad because she got food and didn't offer me any. After I got discharged, we got home and get into another argument. I got mad and told her she could leave. Her sister lives less than an hour away, so she'd be fine. Eventually, she agrees to leave, but she left most of her things here. She told me I have 3 days to pack up her stuff so her parents can come get it, which is fair, I guess. I wonder if I should pack the ring in with her stuff because looking at it now is humiliating. Surprisingly, she only made 2 posts about it on social media, and it's only very vaguely exposing things I've done. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, and most of my friends felt bad, but a few have blocked me or left me angry texts. Her mom sent a voicemail crying and saying how disappointed they were in me, and honestly, I do feel a little bad for them because that's their daughter. It must feel sad, but I really just want to leave her stuff outside without talking to them. I haven't told my mom anything because she'll worry. I don't have an appetite right now because there's still leftover cake in the fridge, and looking at it just makes me tired. I think I'm going to take a break from dating for a while.